Imagine never having to manually update your task list again and being able to control your workflows with just your voice straight from Telegram. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to automate task management with Google Sheets and then we'll level up by building a Telegram AI voice assistant that you can talk to hands free. All completely no code. Before we dive in, let me know in the comments what's the one task you wish you could automate right now with Google Sheet. I'll check out your ideas and maybe feature them in the future videos. Alright, let's start making life easy. This is the first basic model that we will start building. It works on the chat message. I'll give you an example of how this works. Task to complete my quiz by the end of this month, that is 31st. Process through the ChatGPT and it gave back. I would help you create a new task. What would you like to call this task? Let's say complete. Would you like to add a description for the task? It's optional. You can include any additional details if you need it. So it's for computer systems. Now it's creating a task for us to the chat GPT and it back a reply. The task complete my quiz for computer systems with the deadline has been successfully added. Now if we go back to our tasks, we can see that there is this new one that just recently got added with for computer systems and the status has today, which we need to. This is how this model works. So let's start by building this one. First, we need to add a trigger. Every workflow starts with a trigger. For this trigger, we'll be adding a on chat message. This is directly connected to this chat. Whenever we message something, this trigger gets executed. Let's add, and this is an OpenAI node. The OpenAI node, we cannot add any tools, cannot give in any tools or the data that we need. But for an AI, we can give all the tools and everything. That's the reason I choose an AI agent. First, we need to add an AI model. I'll be going with the OpenAI ChatGPT model. You need to create your new credentials and add your API account to it and then click on save. It will add your account here. As per the model, you can choose whatever model you want. I'm just going whatever is there first. And then we need to add a memory tool. I'll be going with the simple memory stores in your N8N. Let's not keep it too big. Let's just keep it at maximum length of 10. In store 10 chats, a chat from me, then a chat from the chat GPT model. Then again, if it asks anything, then it will ask a chat from me, like that. It stores all those things so that chat GPT can access it and understand what happened previously. Because in this chat GPT models, every message that we give is like a new one. Every message and every answer is like every time it's executing newly. So it doesn't know what happens previously like the chat GPT that we use. So for that reason, we will be adding this memory. And next for the tool for this Google Sheets, first up and row means adding a row to the sheet, what it does. And next we need to select from the list of documents. So how to get this Google Sheet document and all these credentials is, we need to go to Google Cloud Console. From here, you need to go to in the APIs and services to Google Sheet and we will get the Google Sheets API. You need to enable this one. After enabling this, you need to go back to APIs and services and you need to go to credentials. And in these credentials, click on create new credentials and you need to create the open OAuth client ID. Select the application type as web application. Give it some name and N8N task. And you need to add the authorized redirect. From where you can get this, whenever creating a new credential, it will automatically gives us this OAuth redirect your URI. Just copy this, go back, paste it. You need to paste the client ID and client secret here, and with that, and you need to click save. And then after that, you need to connect your Google account to it. I'll do that and I'll paste my client secret. And after that, we need to sign in with Google. We need to select the account that we created this OAuth client ID. But before connecting this, if you directly go and you press down sign in with Google and selected the account that you have, you will get an error. Why? There is one more thing you need to do. You need to go to OAuth consent screen here. You need to add your Gmail account as a test user so that it can accept that login. Go to audience and under the test users, add your Gmail account. Go to run. I have added mine, as you can see. And when I click on this, I have already gave permissions. Here you need to tick all the permissions and you need to go. After completing the sign in, you can see that the connection is tested successfully. You will see it in the green. And then you, even without a system message, the ChatGPT, as you know, it can analyze what we are asking. So it will perform the task that we need. But since the task sheet has the specific things like task, description, deadline, status, and the status has to be done specific keywords like to do and done. To add those things that we require, we need to give it a system message so that it can analyze it and give reply in our required format. After adding the system message, it's done. And now we will test it. Add task, complete my quiz by, let's say, the first of next month. Now it's getting initiated, going through ChatGPT. Thank you for sharing the deadline. What would you like to call this task? Let's call it quiz. It's saying to add the description. For now, let's say no. And now it's going to append row in a sheet, and the quiz is successfully added. Let's go to the sheets. As we can see here, we can see that the quiz is successfully added, the deadline is added, and the status is true. With this setup, you have got a self-updating task system that eliminates repetitive admin work. You will your Google Sheets become active workflow tool instead of static to-do list. That your workflow foundation is solid, let's take it into the next level, making it interactive through Telegram. This is the next model that we will be working on. Since this model is nice, but we can't open always ChatGPT and go to the chat, and always don't need to do this. Instead of this, we can do it in our daily used apps like Telegram that we use daily. We can just send a message in a chat in a Telegram, and it will automatically create everything that we need. To do that, this will be the workflow that we will be working on. It works on a Telegram trigger. It passes the audio files and everything, and the same thing here, also the same thing. The assistant, it goes through the model, it has the memory, it goes through various events. Here, instead of Google Sheets, I went with the calendar, not just add tasks to the Google Sheets. It add tasks to our or directly to our calendar. To add tasks directly to our calendar, let's see how this works. First, we will add a Telegram trigger node. There are various things we can perform with Telegram, but the specific thing that we need are in these actions. What we need is a triggers are different. Triggers is something like when we get a message in the Telegram, it automatically activate this workflow. So we need a trigger. And here we are taking this on message trigger first, and we need to connect it with a bot. How to create a bot and connect it? I'll say it right now. First thing, go to Telegram and go to bot father. You can search for bot father and click on start. It does various things, but for the first thing that we need is creating a new bot. How are we going to call it? Please choose a name for the bot. Let's say I want task manage, and now we need to choose a username task, but it needs to end with bot, so I kept with task underscore bot. Oh yeah, this time it created the task bot. It gives us this user access token that we require. After adding the Telegram trigger node, and you need to paste it here and click on save. It will test if the connection is successful with the bot or not, and we can see that the connection is tested successfully. You can close that, and let's name this Telegram bot as task bot. Click on save. Now we can see we can have task bot. The trigger is on message. So from now, whenever you go and send a message here like create a task, add a task at this deadline and everything, it will directly start the workflow instead of going to a chat and everything. So in this after getting the chat, here you have two options: either send a message, or you can also send a voice message. It checks this node if it's a voice message or not. Then it goes to get a file. What this node does is transcribe the recording into a script, into a text file that the ChatGPT can easily process. Or else, if we just send a text message like add a task to complete my quiz by 31st of this month, and it goes to what we are doing here is the that we are receiving, we are keeping it as a text, and later in the AI assistant, before we connected it with the connected chat record, but this time we are defining below, and with this we are giving either two things. Since we are getting two inputs, either one with the voice message or another one with the text. So we can get either json.text, which is the text message, or else json.message.text, which is the voice message transcript. After getting this, we will be passing it to a system message. This system message helps us get through all the information that the user has sent, and then it will process all the information and performs the operation. Into the same ChatGPT model, and we added a memory. This memory works on before we added the memory with a Telegram node. That's why this field was automatically invoked. We get this session ID, which will automatically be included here. So this time we will be manually giving it the Telegram message trigger. This trigger, we are getting its chat ID so that it can remember the chat ID in which all the chats will work. Whatever message that we get, whatever the message that we give will be processed by ChatGPT, and if it needs more information, it gives back to chat Telegram, and then we reply back, and then it comes saved in the memory and goes to again. This is the how the process works. And here all the calendar events that we can do. We have get events, like when what all the events that I have on a particular day. Like when you give a message to it, it will go to get events and reply us back in the Telegram with all the events. Next, if we update an event when we want to update something, and delete an event when we want to delete, and this is when we want to create an event. And finally, the reply in Telegram. This is a simple Telegram node, not a trigger node. What it has is the chat ID, the JSON output that we got. JSON output is something that we got from this AI agent when we run, and this is the reply message. Let's try running this one and see how it goes. Press on execute workflow. Now it waits, listens for any messages that comes right now. Let's go to the task manager board that we created, and we'll start by adding it. Let's say on 2nd of next month, it got triggered. Since it's just a text message, go to the, this is my calendar. As you can see, this is September 2nd, and see it added to complete my quiz from 9 to 10 a.m. We can even give the specific timing that we require, and this is how this whole chat N8N node works. And now we have a hands-free AI-powered assistant that can help you manage tasks, answer questions, or even just chat with you. What's the first command that you give to your Telegram assistant? Drop it in the comments. I would love to see your creative use cases. So today we built two powerful automations in N8N. A Google Sheets workflow that puts your task management on autopilot, a Telegram AI assistant that responds to both text and voice messages. Together, these workflows can save you hours and unlock new ways to run your day more efficiently. If you found this useful, hit that like button, subscribe for more advanced N8N and AI automation tutorials, and check the description for links to downloadable templates so you can get started faster. And don't forget, drop your automation ideas or questions in the comments so we can build them out in the future video.